Yo, what is good? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It is your boy Bud, and today we're ranking the 2025 AFL Indigenous Guernseys. And boy, am I excited to finally rank these. Now, if you are new to the channel, please make sure to drop a sub, and as well, make sure to leave a like on this video. I do appreciate it. But without wasting too much time, let's jump straight into it. Now, for those that don't know how this ranking system works, we essentially have S, or superior, that's what I'm going to call it in this case, A, B, C, and D being the lowest grading. And we're just going to rank each jersey on where we think it is in comparison to the others. Now, I would go in alphabetical order, but that'd be too easy. So we're just going to go in the order of this. The first jersey we have is the GWS Giants. Now, I really love this GWS jersey. I feel like the white looks unbelievably good. Mixed with the orange, there's a lot of really nice designs on here. Just a disclaimer, these Guernseys, they're all beautiful. They have their own unique styles, and I'm not in any way disregarding them. This is just a ranking system. It's a bit of fun. So in saying that, GWS, I'm going to put that in the A tier. A very, very clean Guernsey. I love the white background. Now we move into North Melbourne. Now for North, yet again, another white background. A little bit unique in the sense it doesn't have the original blue stripes at North Rock, but I like the change. It has a kangaroo on the left hand or right hand side, depending which way you look at it. Not a bad Guernsey. Isn't my favorite? Probably not. But the different colors of blue look really, really nice. For that, we're going to chuck that in the C tier. A lot of North Melbourne fans are going to hate me for that one. Next up, we have Port Adelaide. And for this one, they have two different Guernseys. The white and black edition. Now, this Guernsey was designed by the Gavin Wanganeen, which is an absolute great of our game. But in saying that, a very nice design. You can see some very unique patterns. I don't want to get too much into it because I don't know what it truly resembles. I wish I did. But in saying that, for the white, I'd probably give it a B tier. And for the black, it's probably between a B and C tier. We're going to give it the benefit of the doubt because there's two. We're going to pop that one in the B tier. The Gold Coast Suns, now a very, very interesting design. Low-key probably better than the actual Guernsey. You can actually see the logo in this. I really rock with this one. In fact, it might be one of my favorite Indigenous Guernseys on this list. In saying that, is it a S tier? I think it's probably on par with the Giants. I do love the Giants jersey. But now, we're going to put the Gold Coast Suns in A tier. I think I'm happy with that choice. Now we have the Melbourne Demons. Now this one's designed by Kozzy Pickett's father, which is a pretty special design, especially since your son's playing for that team. Pretty neat design. Like I said, there's going to be stories behind each and every single design, but I'm just going off visuals. So for this, look, the colors look nice. Is it my favorite? Probably not. And we might low-key put that for now in the C tier with North Melbourne. Now we have the Brizzy Lions. As you can see, Callum Archie rocking this design, and it's actually special jersey or Guernsey for him because one of his family members did design this. Does it really resemble with the Brisbane Lions? Probably not. I guess the colorway does. It's a really, really unique design. There's a lot of patterns and lines and different art pieces on there, but I really rock with it. I think it's pretty unique. We haven't seen something like this before, but maybe, just maybe, there's a little bit too much going on. So for me, I'm going to pop this in the B tier. Now we move into the Richmond Tigers, one of the big clashes or one of the big teams for the Dreamtime at the G. I'm really excited for that game. Am I actually? Maybe not. I don't know. Essendon, we're probably going to get rolled. So maybe I'm not as excited as I originally was. Anyway, back to this. Ryan Mansell rocking this one. And he helped design this Guernsey along with his family, which is a pretty cool thing to do. There's only so much you can do with a yellow and black and a sash. So it's not too different, I suppose, to the previous Guernseys, but in saying so, this is a pretty solid design. I really do like the bird. Like I said, there's going to be stories behind these designs, but I do like how the yellow is used as the background on this design, and the bird outline being yellow as well is a pretty cool feature. So we're also going to pop the Richmond Tigers in at the B tier. Then we move on to the Geelong Cats. Now, this one was designed by Lawson Humphrey's sister. Pretty awesome, especially when you have ties to the actual club. Now, as a Geelong fan, you probably love this. As a non-Geelong fan, I don't know. Like, the design is very, very nice in the colorway. I love how it starts dark blue and gets lighter as we move down. But the thing that sort of kills it for me is the red snake. If the snake was in white, possibly, I think it would bring it all together. But red on that sort of kit just doesn't really sit well with me. So for that, we're going to put the Geelong Cats in the C tier. Collingwood. Here we are, the Collingwood Magpies. Now, a very, very similar design to their original Guernsey. We obviously have less the black stripes or white stripes, whatever way you want to look at it. So that's a nice touch. We also have a little bit of a footprint going up from it seems like a bird up the main strip, and there's also some nice little colors and patterns in the printed into the black. From afar, you're not going to really notice a difference for this, but when you look up close, there's a lot of detail and it does look great. Now, in saying that, it's not a big difference, like I said earlier, from their main kit, so I'm going to put Collingwood in the B tier. For our next kit, we see my man, Shea Bolton, rocking the kit designed by Jeff Farmer and Roger Hayden and their families. So as everyone would know, Jeffrey Farmer, absolute gun back in the day, put together this piece. But I really love this piece from afar. It obviously still incorporates Fremantle's current kit, but the colorway on the Guernsey really resembles Fremantle's old kit, which had the green and red with the anchor. Really nice piece come together. Now, there isn't too much going on in this kit, but in saying that, it just works well together. So for Fremantle, I'm nearly going to put them in the A tier just because of the simplicity of this design, but it's probably on par with Collingwood, so Fremantle's going to go in at B tier as well. For this next one, we're also staying out west. We have the West Coast Eagles, and some people are going to love this, some are going to hate it. For me, I really love the electric blue feel. And then the eagle dividing the yellow from the blue. I really like that design. They're really bright colors and they work really, really well together. The only thing that probably lets this piece down is the colorway of the eagle. I'm not sure if a white eagle really looks the best, but I'm not sure what else you could really do with that. In saying that, everything else on the Guernsey looks really, really good. So this could nearly be an A tier, probably a little bit stiff. Maybe we'll put it in the B tier again. Probably a safe option. Seems like a bit of a bailout, but it's probably just the eagle that's hiding it from an A to an S tier, to be honest. Now we move into the Hawks, the Mighty Fighting Hawks, and this Guernsey, wowee, there's two different types as well. We've got the yellow base and the brown base, and I tell you what, I'm not going to dive into this too much, but this is easily S tier. By far, an S tier design. I really love everything about it. Comes together. Both the brown and the yellow look great together. Whatever way they decide to go and rock with, they're going to look fantastic. So for me, so far, Hawthorn is an S tier. Ooh, okay. The next one we have is the Adelaide Crows, and was designed partially by Graham Johncock, a former Crow himself. And to be honest, two different Guernseys as well. They have the red base and the blue base, and either way you look at it, looks unbelievably good. There's a lot going on. If you look, obviously, on the main kit, we've got the main crow. We have a flying crow. We have a lot of background design. Looks like we also have a lot more designs, stories being told on the bottom half of the Guernsey. Now, like I said with the Hawthorn one, whatever way you decide to go, whether they wear the red kit or the blue kit, it's an S tier. We're back-to-back S tiers. Adelaide and Hawthorn so far are rocking S tier design. Now we move into the Carlton Blues. Now, to be honest, and this is no hate directed toward them, but this Guernsey is not doing a hell of a lot for me, and I'm not saying that because I'm an Essendon fan as well. To me, it's just a very simplistic design. I'd love to see them incorporate more to do with the actual emblem, but it's just subtle on the edges, and low-key, because of that subtleness, Carlton Blues are going to be our first D-tier Guernsey, and a lot of navy blue fans are going to hate me for that, but I'm sorry. Doggies, 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 bark, 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 and I feel like the dogs always cook with these sort of designs. Now, there is a lot going on in this one. Maybe a little bit too much, low-key, but the colorway looks beautiful. I love the different shades of blue and how it all comes together. And there's definitely a lot of stories being told in this design. But with it being so much going on, I don't know if I get around this one as much as I do in their previous ones. And for that, the doggies are going to go along with the cats, the D's and North, and belong in the C tier section. Now Sydney, they sort of cooked this year. I don't know what it is with the white bases. I think they just come together with the kits very, very cleanly. The old Uno reverse, they have the red on the bottom half and the plain white up top. Now it's really good with the logos and the sponsors that they have because it doesn't clash and cover main parts. That's how I feel like a lot of other Guernseys. They sort of cover some of the stories and design. I really like how Sydney have kept that away from, especially the front of their design this time. The bottom half looks fantastic. Maybe there's a little bit just too much white in this for me. And for that, Sydney, probably similar to the Ds, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because I do like how they've just incorporated the red and design. So we're going to put Sydney in the B tier section. And we have 2 to go. And the next one up is the Essendon Football Club. My beloved Bombers as well, playing on the Dreamtime at the G game. Let's have a look at their Guernsey. Now, do I rate it highly? It's not bad. It's not bad. I actually don't have the Essendon Guernsey that I really wanted to show. I might put it up on screen. This one is my favourite of all time, Indigenous Guernsey. But for this one, not bad. Really, like I said, you can't do much with a sash and just 2 different colours. So I think for this, Essendon low-key, maybe between the B and C tier. Do I become a bias and put them in the B tier? Possibly. Do they deserve to be there? As well, possibly. So for that, you know what? We're going to put Essendon in the B tier. And that low-key might be a little bit harsh because I feel like the doggies might even be rocking that. So actually, on second thought, we're going to put Essendon down the C tier. And the only reason Richmond stay in the B tier is because I really love that bird design on their kit and how it blends in with the sash. And last but not least, we have the St Kilda Football Club. And this one is designed by the man in the middle, Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera. And that guy can play footy, can he not? Now, this design, I really love the colorway. I'm not sure if they've increased the saturation on the red, but the red really stands out on this kit. I love how it still includes their stripe kit. Their 3 stripes of black, white, and red, and the stories and the bird and everything around it just comes together really, really nicely. But in saying that, it isn't too much going on. So for this, St Kilda low-key could be an S tier design, but the Giants are very similar to this one, and so is Gold Coast. So is it above them? Probably not. And for that, St Kilda is going to finish in the A tier. And that is overall our final ranking of the 2025 Indigenous Guernseys. Let me know down below your thoughts and what you would change. I'd love to hear it. And I know I'm probably going to cop a little bit of hate in this, but it is what it is. This is my tier. More than welcome to create your own. I'd love to see if you do make your own. But as always, make sure to stay safe, enjoy the footy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.